Teacher, okay.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our panel discussion on active learning in schools. I am Rashmika and I'll be guiding today's session. Learning is not just about listening, memorizing. It's about doing, exploring and understanding. Today we have Hirumi teacher and Shirosha teacher with us who will share their experience and explain from Sparkling International School. We want to see how active learning helps students think, create, remember better and enjoy learning. We hope you will listen, reflect and join in sometime. I will also participate in activities to make it more fun. To start with, can you explain what active learning really means, Hirumi teacher?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, teacher. Active learning is when students are not just listening quietly but actively taking part in learning. Instead of the teacher talking all the time, students do activities like discussions, asking questions, solving problems, acting, or making models. Learning happens by doing, not just by hearing.
But passive learning is the opposite. The teacher explains everything, students sit and listen. But they don't get involved. Active learning makes students partner in learning, responsible for exploring and understanding.
That's very clear. Can you share some example from school?
Sure, teacher. At Sparkling International School, grade 3 students learn parts of the brain by making a model with flow and colors. And kindergarten students learn about healthy and unhealthy food when a teacher act eating junk food and getting sick. The children were shocked and remembered to avoid junk food. And grade 10 science students made chemical bonds using clay to understand molecular structures.
Yes, in the literature, grade 1 students act out the story of the magic porridge pot, while grade 2 students perform the Red Riding Hood. These kinds of activity make learning memorable and fun. At the same time, active learning helps children develop critical thinking, creativity, and problem-solving skills, which were very important in 21st century.
Thank you, teacher. Hirumi teacher, can you explain how can teachers know if active learning is really happening?
Yes, teacher. Some clear signs are students ask questions that make even the teacher think. Students discuss and debate ideas among themselves. They show focus, energy, and curiosity.
For example, Sparkling International School grades 9 students actually observe the real fish eye to understand the different part of the eye. They use the real fish eye for the observe that one. And the grade 6 students made a small boat powered by magnet using waste material. This kind of activity really helps students to see science in action.
That's interesting. So asking question and doing hands-on activities are key indicators. Can teachers them slowing joining?
Absolutely, teacher. Teachers can facilitate and participate. For instance, in our school, Sparkling International School, grade 1 and 3 students made abacus and teachers joined to guide and ask questions. It became a shared learning experience for them.
Yeah, this helps teachers to notice which students are paying attention and who might need more help. It also encourages children to take responsibility for their own learning and feel more confident.
How much do students remember when learning actively?
If students just listen to lectures, they remember only about 5%. Even if we use video or show demonstration, they remember a little more, around 20 or 30%.
But when students are active involved, they remember much more. For example, through discussions or problem solving, when they're asking the questions, solve tasks together, they remember about 50%. When they practice by doing, like experiment, building model, or creative project, their learning jumps to around the 75%. And the highest level is when they teach others, explain to their friends to apply the knowledge in real life, then they can remember up to 90% of what they learned.
The main idea is that doing, practicing, and sharing makes learning stronger. Students don't just memorize, they understand, remember, and can use what they learn.
Yeah, actually, for example, Sparkling International School, we try to make learning active and meaningful across all the lesson, all the grades. Our grade 3 students made brain models using the flower and the color to understand the parts of the brain and how brain works. And the primary classes for the literature, for students brought stories to life by acting. For example, the Magic Porridge Pot, Red Riding Hood, Thumbelina, those stories they act. And the grade 10 students, they use the clay to build the chemical bond. They did the lessons. And while our kindergarten children also same as that. Our kindergarten children learn about the healthy and the unhealthy food through the role play, where our teachers pretended to eat junk food. And the grade 6 students, for example, they enjoyed the building magnetic powered boat from using waste material, which made science both fun and practice. And also for the holiday homework, we gave the presentation for them. They have to choose the topic and they must explore them and they must present in front of the children. This gives them confidence, help them make their ownership of their learning.
Wow! So the more students are active, the more they remember and enjoy learning. How can we encourage active learning in a structured way? Can SMART goal help?
Absolutely. SMART goals are very helpful. They stand for specific, measurable, achievable, and relevant, and time bound. Using SMART goals help teachers plan activities that really involve students and make learning active. Here are some example. Science project. In our school, that is Sparkling International School, student will create a poster explaining the water cycle, present it to the class, and answer at least 3 questions from their classmates within 1 week. And maths project, students will calculate the weekly electricity usage in their homes and submit a chart with their observation in 5 days. SMART goals make students responsible and involved. They don't just listen, they create and discuss, think, and present. They make learning meaningful and active.
Each part of SMART's help, SMART, SMART, is specific. Students know exactly what they have to do. Measurable means teachers can check participation and results. Achievable, the tasks of realistic, so students can succeed and feel confidence. Relevant means activities can connect to real life for the lesson, what they learn. Time bound, the deadline helps students to plan, stay focused, and complete their work on time.
Or when teachers plan lesson with SMART goals, students naturally think, act, and reflect.
Yes.
They are active learners instead of just sitting and listening.
So, for example, for Sparkling school students, the students are making the poster or chart, not only learning the topic, but also the practicing teamwork, presentation skill, and problem solving. They remember the lesson better because they are doing, just not hearing. They are doing the work.
So SMART goals don't just help plan lesson. They make the classroom a place where students actively participate, think critically, and apply what they learn. Why is active learning so important in today's classroom?
It helps students understand concept deeply. They experience, question, and reflect rather than just memorize.
Yeah, it also develop higher order thinking skills like analyzing, evaluation, and creative. These are not just classroom skills; they are the essential for the 21st century, where children need to think deeply, solve problem, and come up with their new ideas.
And retention is key factor, right?
Yes, passive learning retention is very low, 5 to 10%, but active learning increase it to 50 to 90%.
Yes. Active learning also increase engagement, motivation, collaboration, and real life application.
So active learning promote deep understanding, curiosity, confidence, and teamwork. What challenges do teachers face when implementing active learning?
Large class size can make it hard to involve everyone.
Yeah. Actually, the other thing is the limited resource, like a material, space, or technology, are also the challenges for them.
Yeah, lack of teacher training is another barrier. Teachers may be used to lecture and feel unprepared for group activities.
Yes. Time
Yes.
constraints and the traditional assessment. This method also the limiting.
How can teachers overcome these challenges?
Start small. Short
Yeah.
group activities. Think, pair, and share. Mini projects.
Yes, use available resource creatively and adapt assessment with rubric, peer evaluation, and the presentation.
Professional development and mentoring are essential.
Teachers often view some students as passive learning. Is this always accurate?
At first, many students may seem passive because they sit quietly, don't ask questions, or avoid joining discussions. Teacher might think these students are not interested or are struggling.
But this can be misleading. Actually, there's the mistake in the method. Sometimes students appear passive simply because the classroom activities don't allow to involve them. When given the interactive tasks, hand-on project or group works, these same students often become a very active learners.
So the label passive is sometimes more about teaching style or the classroom environment that the student.
Exactly. Active learning strategies like experiment, role play, making models, or presenting work uh, can unlock curiosity, creativity, and problem solving skill. Even quiet students can become confident and engage when they are encouraged to participate in meaningful activities.
Hirumi teacher, what can you explain? What are some ways teachers can make learning active?
Here are some ways. Think, pair, share. Students think alone, they talk with the partner, and finally share with the class. It helps them understand better. Problem based learning. Second one. Students solve real life problems or cases. This makes them think and decide solutions.
And also, teachers can try project-based learning. Students do a learn project, make, and show their work. This helps them. This helps them use their own learning and the role play and simulation. Students act out stories, history, or daily life. It makes learning fun and easy to remember. And on experiment, students do science, art, maths, and activities. Learning by doing helps them remember more. And the same as they can use the peer teaching. The students teach to each others. It makes them confidence and help them to understand better. And the teachers can use the technology supports also, using the apps, online quiz, or group platform. Let students explore and learn together.
So using these ways, students are thinking, doing, and talking, not just listening quickly.
Yes, active learning makes the classroom fun. A student become curious, creative, and confident. They enjoy learning, explore ideas, and remember things better.
Thank you so much, Hirumi teacher and Shirosha teacher, for giving such easy and wonderful, useful ideas. Teachers can now make their classroom more exciting and active. To close our panel discussion, I would like to invite my dear teacher Shirosha teacher, share a few final words.
Thank you, Rashmika teacher. I would like to sincerely thank Mr. General Kamal Godar, the director of South Asian International Association, for organizing this meaningful discussion on the importance of active learning methods. A special thank you also goes to Mrs. Preeti ma'am for a valuable insight, which have shown us to how creative strategies can transfer classroom learning to make students more engaged. Actually, at Sparkling International School, we thoroughly follow the active learning method in every lesson, whether it is role play, group project, experiment, or problem solving activities. Our students are encouraged to think, explore, and create. This approach has improved learning outcomes while also giving confidence, creativity, and teamwork among our children. It has been a pleasure to share this platform with all of you today. Let's continue making our classroom place where students actively participate, enjoy learning, and develop the skills they need for the 21st century skills. We will meet again in our next panel discussion.